Well, it's a new year. I had some big goals for 2023 and I want to talk about the good, the bad and the downright ugly and why it might be time for me to give up. Let's do this. First, the good. I started this YouTube channel in April 2023 and since then I've posted 14 videos that have had over 12,000 views and over 500 hours of viewing time. In 2023 I lost 35 pounds, that's about 2.5 stone or 16 kilos, and I climbed a lot. But what about the bad? In April, I set my climbing goals. However, I didn't really progress with any of them. I didn't really work on any of them. I certainly didn't achieve any of them. So, safe to say, I failed in them all. Also, my plan for this channel was to post once a week and hopefully get monetized by the end of the year. But I posted a lot less frequently than that and quite inconsistently. I've averaged one video in about every 3 weeks and I'm only about 10% towards being monetized. So again, I failed. And now the ugly, and this is what's pissing me off the most. By August 2023 I'd lost 59 pounds, that's over 4 stone or 26 kilos. But by the end of the year, I put almost half of it back on. I failed big time. So while there has been some success, the overwhelming view I have of 2023 was I failed. But what about you? How did you get on with your goals in 2023? Drop me a comment if you got on worse or better than me. So is all this failure why I'm saying it might be time to give up? Well, yes, to some extent, but there's more to it. But it's definitely not clickbait, I'm serious. So what does all this mean for 2024? Well, firstly, I'm keeping all my targets. 50 press-ups, 10 pull-ups, wall-assisted handstand press-ups, unassisted crow to handstands, pistol squats, and of course, human flag. I'm keeping them all, but I'm only really going to focus on doing 2 things. Firstly, eating right, which for me will mean intermittent fasting and reducing calories or cutting out calories as much as I can while still enjoying life. I'm not going to be a slave to it, but I'm going to stick to it as much as I can. I really need to get back on track with that. Secondly, exercise. My plan is to do some form of exercise every day in 2024. The exercise could be varied though. I've signed back up for Freeletics, which is an app-based high-intensity interval training program or HIIT program. I'll put a link in the description if anyone's interested in trying it. That'll hit on, excuse the pun, all of my targets throughout the year. I bought a force meter and I've started working properly on my finger strength. I plan on getting my bike back out. Haven't been on it for a couple of years and I found that a very good way to work out. And I do intend to walk, which is what I'm doing right now. And of course, climbing. Lots and lots of climbing. So, I plan to do one of those things, or possibly more than one of those things, every day in 2024. Let me know in the comments what your 2024 goals are. For the channel, I plan on sharing my journey with you, posting regular long form videos and vlogs, and more regular shorter videos of things like climbs I've been projecting or ones that I'm particularly proud of. I also plan on getting outside to climb, and I want to do some nice videos or movies of those trips. I've even recently got myself an FPV drone and plan to do some FPV drone filming of some crag, maybe even some indoor climbing centres if they'll let me. So there's a lot to look forward to here in 2024. Am I optimistic? I don't know if I'd say optimistic, but I am determined. I'm going to give it my best shot. So why did I say it was time to give up? Well, because it is. If I can't turn this round, I'm giving up. Or at least giving up the pretense I'll ever improve or I'll ever make that 7A that I want to make. I said earlier there was more to it. So let me tell you about something that happened recently. I was climbing with a good friend of mine, Kate. You may remember her from some videos I've posted. She was working on a climb. She wasn't doing anything dangerous. She wasn't climbing erratically. She was climbing with good technique, and she slipped. It didn't look like a bad fall, but it clearly was, and the result was a fracture. Now, as an update, Kate's doing well, she's recovering well, and she plans to be back on the wall soon. However, I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an impact on me. I know that it happens, but I'm typically the guy that if someone falls, as long as someone's looking after them, I head the other way. I live in this little world where people don't hurt themselves climbing. So I'm left with this niggling thought. What if that had been me? Now, Kate is young, she's fit, she's healthy. And I'm old and fat and unhealthy. I mean, I'm massively heavier than her. If that had been me and I had landed like she did on this innocuous climb, the result could have been catastrophic. I may have ended up hospitalised, unable to walk for months, unable to climb ever again. And aside from being scared shitless at that prospect, I work for myself and I can't afford for that to happen. What about you? Have you seen any bad falls or injuries? Let me know in the comments, but please try not to be too graphic about it. So that and my failures in 2023 is why I've come to the decision. If I can't get my fitness and my weight under control and back on track, I'm giving up. Or at least giving up pushing the grade. I'm giving myself 3 months. If things haven't changed by then, if they're not going at least in the right direction, if my fitness hasn't improved, if I haven't started climbing better, then I'm giving up the pretense that I'm ever going to improve. This may sound like I'm being overdramatic, but trust me, I'm deadly serious. I'm done. So that's it. That's my rundown of 2023 and what it means for me in 2024. If I make it to March, it's going to be a lot of fun and you're going to see a lot of development, improvement. It's hopefully going to be interesting, maybe even entertaining. So if you haven't subscribed already, then consider subscribing. And remember to click the bell. It tells YouTube to let you know whenever I post a new video. In the meantime, I wish you all the best for 2024. I hope you do well in any plans you might have and that it's a great year generally. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.